I got from a friend, I got this hand sanitizer. It's a lavender hand sanitizer with a very high alcohol content. And when I spread it all over my hands, I breathe it in deep because it smells like gin. And I used to love Beefeater gin. I spent years in a pool of lukewarm Beefeater gin, Beefeater in and out martini, meaning you put the vermouth in the glass. And by the way, if you are a drinker out there, please enjoy this cocktail. And I'll tell you exactly how to do it. I don't usually give cocktail recommendations on the program because I am a degenerate alcoholic. So many people are disturbed when I do that. But take some vermouth, extra dry vermouth, you swirl it around the glass, you throw it out, in and out, in and out. The martini go right out there. Then you take the gin, you stir the fucking gin. You don't shake it like you're a 24-year-old fucking bartender in West Hollywood who's fucking shaking the gin and trying to see how many cocks she can fit in her so she can pay her rent. That ain't it. Okay? You're not shaking a fucking thing and bruising the goddamn gin, waiting for your fucking seeking arrangement state to pick you up and take you to his fucking house. Enough. You're stirring the gin. You stir it. Shaking it bruises it. It's a line from James Bond. It's absolutely true. And let me tell you right now, I threw my life away for this drink. I mean, I threw my life away for this drink. So the reality is I am fucked. And it was because of this cocktail. I've not had a meaningful relationship in my life because of this cocktail. I have very few friends. And the ones I have that I've had for a very long time, I strongly dislike. So I did it all for this perfect drink. It is a perfect drink. And I'm glad I was an alcoholic. And nothing matters. So you take the vermouth, you swirl it around in the glass, you spill it out, and then you put the gin, which should be, and this is another great line, which isn't mine. I don't know who wrote this. Vodka goes down too easy. Gin drinkers like to know what you're up against. That's why I didn't like Bombay Sapphire. It's too smooth. I like Beefeater. I like a little punch. I like a little punch in the back of the throat of juniper berry and botanical and lavender. I like to feel where I'm going because listen, martinis, gin martinis take you to the moon. Martinis are like breasts. 1 is not enough. 2 is all right. 3 is too many. 4 is a party. I didn't do that either. That's something else. I don't know. A guy told me that named Huey. He's dead. What was I saying? All right. Anyway, the drink. This is my point here. I keep getting away from this. But the drink, you put the vermouth in, put the gin. No olives. Olives are for women. My boss told me that. My boss was a guy named Tim that I worked for in mortgages, had a scar across his face. I said, how'd you get that? He goes, I was thrown out of a car at 4 years old through the windshield. I said, that's crazy. He goes, yeah. He goes, it taught me about responsibility. No one knew what that meant. No one asked him. So it's very important that you make the drink the right way. Just lukewarm gin in a martini glass. You can even, I didn't have vermouth sometimes. I just do it with the gin. It's nice if you have a martini shaker. You could do it in a milk glass, big bar glass, water glass. You can do that. A little stir. It's here's the thing, folks, and a lot of people won't tell you this. It is classy to throw your life away drinking certain drinks. Martinis, Kettle on the Rocks, whiskey, bourbon, scotch. They're nice. Something nice about throwing your life away like that. I threw my entire life away for that drink, and I don't regret it either. It was there's nothing better than a Sunday afternoon getting shit-faced and going to sleep in your car. Yeah.
The most disgusting martini ever.
The worst martini I've ever had. Honestly.
So have you been to the bar there, 45?
Yeah, and I had the worst martini I've ever had.
Oh. Well, I would go ballistic because I'm a martini fascist.
Yeah.
Well, I mansplain martinis to bartenders all over the world.
Okay, wait.
You could not.
Can we talk about martinis? Because the reason I'm so drunk
lucid
bad is because I had a martini earlier before I came and intercepted you guys. So how are you a martini fascist?
Yeah, well, how do you like it done?
If it's done wrong, I get really angry. And
what's the correct martini form?
Dry and there has to be, there are these people that are like, oh, I don't use any vermouth, and that was kind of a joke going back to mid-century, 20th century, of like, when I make a martini, I just glance at the bottle of vermouth,
or like swish the vermouth around and like.
Well, so I'm into doing the rinse of just rinsing the inside of the glass with vermouth, film the inside of the glass with vermouth, and that's what I do.
Okay,
and
vodka or gin?
Gin.
Yeah.
But that's the true martini. But
I know. I believe you. I just feel
sometimes I drink vodka martinis.
Okay. But you're a gin martini girl.
When I turned 30, I switched to gin.
Okay.
I used to only drink vodka martinis, and then I when I turned 30, I was like, it's time to maybe get into more of like a Dorothy Parker kind of gin drunk kind of phase of my life.
But what was describe the martini it's the bar called 45 in Trump Tower, right? Tell me what that martini was like.
It just tasted like rubbing alcohol, and the waiter was clearly like on opiates, and the mozzarella sticks were microwaved, and the whole thing. It was like I was like, this is just no one is coming here for the martinis.
And you still want to vote for him?
That's Trump in a nutshell. That's Trump in a nutshell.
How could you vote for a man who owns a bar that serves bad martinis?